Hey YouTube, GR here. Come at you with a great buy that I picked up from the used case at a gun shop. It is a Taurus PT145. It's a third generation of that model, and I'll show you how you could tell that in a little bit. But what this gun is it's 22.5 ounces. It holds 10+1 of 45 ACP. It's a very small subcompact package for a 45. As you can see, there's a pen right above the slide there to get an idea of size. The reason I picked this up is because, like I said, I paid $226 for this gun out the door. So it was an exceptional deal. Normally new, you could figure between $350 and $400. It was very dirty, and it needed to be cared for, and I took it apart completely and cleaned it, and it fires amazing now. No problems. I've had about 200 or so rounds through it, mixed of full metal jacket and hollow points. I like the gun a lot. It has a few interesting features about it that I will show you. First of all, it's currently unloaded. I did safety check it, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and rack the slide, drop the slide. So now at this point, obviously the gun, it's single action at this point, even though there's no exposed hammer. But the first generation guns had a double action. I'm going to put the safety on just for now, even though it is safety checked. It was only double action only, the first generation. This is single action and then double action, or double action then single action, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, things you could tell to show that this is a third generation is the sights are dovetailed on instead of just laying on top of the slide. And also, it only says Millennium. It doesn't say Millennium Pro here, and then it says the model PT145 Pro on this side. So it'll say the Pro on this side instead of Millennium Pro on only the left side. It has Heinz-style sights. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. They're called straight eights, where you put a dot over a dot, as you can see there. One of the features I love about this gun that you don't get with, say, Glock or any other gun really that's in this kind of subcategory. I guess I would put like a Glock 29 or a Glock 36, or I'm sorry, Glock 30, right in the compact Glocks, also the compact XDs. Now I'm not saying the company quality is of the same, but like the use, I guess not fancy, we call it like point of use or something like that, or something along those lines. What your intentions are for the gun. So it's very small, as you can see. It's palm sized. I don't want to say it's very small, but it's small for 45. So, for example, if you have a light primer strike, so we're going to pull the trigger, and bang. Okay, now say we had a light primer strike and nothing happened. At this point, with like a Glock or just any other brand that doesn't have double strike, you would have to be forced to do a tap rack procedure, and clear the bad round. But in this instance, we could just go ahead and it reverts to double action, and you can pull the trigger again. So that's a nice safety feature. I really do like that. It's a nice thing to have. And like I said, the reason I bought this gun is the price. I know Taurus gets a bad rap a lot of the time, but I could not pass that up, and it's been very reliable. I have not had one malfunction with it. It was clear that it was used pretty heavily by the owner before me. But like I said, that's part of the fun for me, is getting an old raggedy gun and restoring it. Cleaning it, just making it new, fluffing, buffing it, and cleaning it out completely. And now it's lubed, it's it's good. It's been cleaned twice since I've cleaned it the initial time, and it's been treating me very well. So, like I said, and the thing is, you have to figure that a gun like this in the used case is typically going to be a $250 gun or so, $250 to $275. A gun, say, we're going to go, and I know I keep on bringing this up, but say, like, okay, let's go up to the next, level. We'll say, like, a Ruger SR9, or, then we go Glock, then we go Springfield XD series. Those are going to range in the used case from 300 to, well, okay, I shouldn't say that. Ruger SR series, if you see any of them, it's like a newer gun, so you're not going to see many in the used case. So we'll say Glocks and XDs, you'll see them at the $400 to $450 mark used. So if you could pick up one of these for $250, you could almost get two guns for the price of one. Now, I understand that a lot of people will argue about the quality, and But all guns have malfunctions. All guns have issues, especially if they're not cleaned properly, especially if they're not taken care of properly. And some guns are just bad out of the box. You know, people have seen Glocks. People have seen. Look at the Kimbers. Look at look at these guns that are $2,000 that are picky eaters. They don't feed well. You know, they have malfunctions. You know, we've seen Colts recently. One of you know, one of my subscribers, or one of the guys I'm subscribed to as well, had an issue with Colt where the fit and finish was just horrible for a very, you know, for a pretty pricey gun. And you know, they made right. Colt made right after some attempts. So it's just that not every gun company is perfect, and you have to be very open-minded, especially when you're thinking about budget, money. You know, some people want. I know people will say like, oh, a High Point is junk, or you know, you have to get a Glock, or you have to get this model or that model, or a 1911. But for me, like I said, I have a Glock. I have, you know, I have other toys. But when you see a good deal, jump on it, because now you have a weapon that looks, it's a decent looking weapon, has a light rail, has a safety, has it's accurate, it's pretty decent capacity. 11 rounds for a 45 is nothing to sneeze at, considering that a full-size 1911 only holds, you know, depending on the magazine, you know, we'll say 7, we'll just say 7, a nice round 7 or 8 number. So think about, especially if you're putting away, say you're not going to buy this to carry. Say you're buying it for the future. You're buying it for if you have to arm members of your family ever in a course of social disarray. Would you rather have 2 guns at that point or 1 gun? Now, obviously, people will always argue and say, it's like, oh, well, I'd rather have 1 reliable gun than 2 shit guns. But we're not buying this gun and putting it in the closet. You know, if you're smart, you're taking it, you're buying it, you're you're cleaning it completely, lubing it completely, and then you're taking it out to the range and you're running 1,000 rounds through it. And if it goes without a hiccup, I have no fucking problems with it. Excuse my language. So that's just some of my thoughts, guys, on finding you know, just keep your mind open when you look into the used case. You know, I understand that a turd is a turd sometimes, but you never know what you find. There's a lot of things out there that are very interesting. For example, I just sold a friend of mine. Well, I just helped my friend purchase a. I found a Makarov for him in 380. A Russian, yeah, obviously it's Russian. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, but you know, for about $130. And while the ammo's not super powerful, or you know, it's a $130 weapon that's probably going to fire until the end of time. They're known for reliability. They're known to fire pretty much through anything, and so you know, those weapons are not bad to have around. Also, they make great weapons for you know, your car, your truck, something where, God forbid, if someone broke into it, even though you should have it locked up properly, if they did get away with it, or you know, happen to scratch it, it's not so bad. You know, that $1,200 Kimber Raptor might hurt a little more to scratch. So, I just, you know, I know I'd put a lot on the table for you right there. And also, I do realize that I have live ammunition on the table with a weapon. If you're going to do that, you have to be extremely careful. You don't want to mix it up. You don't want to make sure. So, but I just wanted to show you, that's 10 rounds. It does hold 11, you know, 10 plus 1. But right now, I'm currently staggering it with critical defense and PDX because I'm running low on 45. So, right now, it's a little bedside gun. And I like it. Like I said, it's been very good to me. And just like I said, my whole the whole thoughts of this video was just to keep your guys open your eyes a little bit, guys, and just see what's out there. You know, especially if you're on a budget, you have a family, you have you know, money's tight right now, jobs are tight. Look for a good deal, and you know, it might do you very well. So that's about all I have to say, guys. I'll do some videos in the future of firing this at the range, so you can get an idea. It's very light on the recoil. I like it a lot, and that's about it, guys. PM me any comments, any questions, let me know. And I'll talk to you guys later. Alright? GR out.